It's halftime at the Independence Bowl game, where the Tulsa Golden Hurricane leads the Oregon Ducks by the score of 17-10 on a very cold night here in Shreveport, Louisiana. With Ed Biles, I'm Steve Grad. We've had a very exciting first half of play, culminating by that block punt for a touchdown by Tulsa.
A little bit of everything, a little closer football game, a lot more excitement than expected. Both teams playing wide open football. I think that's a great thing about it. The fact that they didn't come in here and play conservative, open the game with reverses, long passes. We've had block kicks. We've had a lot of great plays by some exciting play. We got a great second half. I think it's going to be a fine second half, Steve.
And what's fun is these quarterbacks are so good and so talented that every time either the Ducks or the Golden Hurricane get the ball, you know that Musgrave or Rubley will be able to ignite a drive with their talented personnel. They don't get rattled. They don't get panicked. The only problem for Oregon, the last few times they've started some drives, they've had to start after a penalty.
Well, they made some penalties that obviously have hurt themselves in these situations. But the key thing, I think, have been the turnovers. They've had a few more turnovers than Tulsa. The interception, which is unexpected. But on cold weather nights, you never quite know. This game is a long way from being over.
You bet. Well, we have a lot of exciting things for you here at halftime. We're going to hear from both the governors of the state of Oregon and the state of Oklahoma. There's going to be a special Spirit of Independence Award given out to the Harlem Globetrotters. We'll visit and see the bands from these great universities, so stay with us. And we'll return to the Independence Bowl game where at halftime, Tulsa leads Oregon 17-10. But first, let's pause for this word from your local station.
Close Time announces
Close Time.
the pre-Christmas sale.
Close Time.
Save an extra 30% on thousands of items throughout the store.
Close Time.
The Close Time pre-Christmas sale. You can't afford to miss it.
Northern California GMC truck dealers now offer proof that GMC action speaks louder. It's Action Cash with $1,000 cash back on S15 pickups or $1,250 on S15 Jimmys on both 89s and 90s or low GMAC financing rates. 49er punter Barry Hilton drives a GMC.
I get a big kick out of my Jimmy. Get your share of Action Cash. It's like getting a signing bonus.
GMC, #1 in truck sales satisfaction. See your Northern California GMC truck dealer.
It's Christmas at the Good Guys. From Panasonic, a compact 10-inch remote control color TV at a very small price, just $248. These Panasonic VHS camcorders with autofocus and high-speed shutters are only $798. From Panasonic, this personal word processor features a 63,000-word dictionary for just $598. We're the Good Guys. We gotta be good.
Push it, click it, press it, click it, tune it in, turn it on. This is what you watch it on. Any way you work it, integrate your circuit at the city. Circuit City.
Come to the place you welcome. Technology with a heart. Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
At Circuit City, we get higher customer satisfaction ratings than any other specialty home electronics and appliance chain.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
This is KICU TV 36, San Jose, San Francisco, Oakland.
It's halftime at the Independence Bowl with Tulsa leading Oregon by the score of 17-10. You see the Oregon band on the field right now, 260 members. Stephen J. Paul is the director. Everybody from the Great Northwest made their way down here for this exciting Independent Bowl game. And right now, one of the most prominent members of the entourage from the Great Northwest, the Honorable Governor of Oregon, Neil Goldschmidt. And I must tell you, though, I'm completely impartial for this game. I'm a former Oregonian, and this Governor Goldschmidt was the mayor of Portland at the time.
Good to see you again.
Well, congratulations on the Ducks getting here for the first time in 26 years.
Well, we're happy to be here, and the people of Shreveport and the area have been terrific to be with, and we're playing like our kids just got out of finals about an hour ago. That's about what happened.
That's right. This week they were taking finals here in Shreveport. You know, I know Oregon is very proud of its state, and one thing they used to say, have a great visit, but don't move here.
Well, the folks are moving there. Our economy's probably running ahead of the country right now. We got the lowest unemployment we've had in 17 years, and we love people to come and join us. We're real proud of what the state's done the last couple of years, and we talk about it like we call it the Oregon comeback. We're going to need another comeback tonight, and I think we'll get one.
tell you what, though, the lush Willamette Valley where Eugene is, you made your way from Portland to Salem, which is only about 35 miles by way of Washington, D.C., Secretary of Transportation under the Carter administration.
Well, actually, I did Portland, Oregon as mayor to Washington, D.C. for Jimmy Carter and back to work for Nike. Spent 5 years working for the Nike Shoe and Apparel Company, which was a great experience, and then was lucky to be elected governor, and we're real proud of the state's efforts. And we get about 5,000 of our folks out here in the stands, and if the people can't see it back home, there are a lot of folks here with green and gold.
And another thing that Oregon is very proud of, a lot of more tickets were sold than people were able to come, and they're selling them for souvenirs. How are they going?
Well, I think they're going to go fine. We'd like to think that Rich Brooks and Bill Byrne and the Oregon folks are building a program, and I might add, by the way, so are the folks at Oregon State. I think you're going to see our teams in more and more bowls over the years. The citizens had turned out. They broke all attendance records at the University of Oregon this year, and I think this football team finished second in the Pac-10 in academic scores right behind Stanford. So it's a quality program and a lot of good folks.
You mentioned the Oregon State Beavers. I'll tell you what, David Rader and the coaches over at Tulsa were impressed. They watched the tape of the Civil War game between Oregon and Oregon State, certainly to scout Oregon, but they were impressed with the Beavers, too.
Well, it's a great program. I think Coach Craig Thorpe and the President Byrne there have committed themselves to do it the right way. They're bringing kids to school that want to graduate. And that's what Rich Brooks is doing. I think you can see how many kids they brought here, and a lot of these youngsters are putting in a heck of an academic effort, and we got a lot of alums here who played for the Ducks who came here from all over the country. It's nice to see them.
Well, Governor Goldschmidt, it's a real pleasure to see you again. Congratulations.
It's a great event. We're proud of it.
Okay, and you were a great mayor, too, while I was there. It really was. And, you know, we were talking about the University of Oregon, a tremendous school in Eugene, Oregon, and right now we're going to pay a visit to that fine institution in the Willamette Valley in the great Northwest.
Of Tulsa.
The University of Oregon is the home of chemists, historians, and athletes, physicists, dancers, and marine biologists, artists, musicians, statisticians, botanists, and astronomers. And they all have one thing in common. They want to teach you a thing or two. The University of Oregon.
If you play football, there's at least one guy on your team who has to work harder than everyone else just to keep a spot on the team. He isn't as big or as fast or as strong as some of the other players. He may even be one of the team's leaders. Not because he's physically tough, but because he's mentally tough. Take a lesson from guys like him. Your mind is your most valuable tool. All the steroids in the world won't make you as strong as you can make yourself with something you already have, your mind.
This message furnished by the NCAA.
All the sports news you want, up to the minute, 24 hours a day, every day. Scores, trades, injury reports, highlights. Just some information coming your way February 1st, 1990, with the launch of the Ms. Lou Sports News Network. Call your local cable operator for channel information in your area. Ms. Lou Sports News Network, launching nationwide on February 1st.
Shreveport, Louisiana, an unspoiled business environment, a uniquely productive workforce, and an average temperature of 65.9 degrees, where Louisiana's right to work is not only the attitude of Shreveport's local governments, but also the law of the state. Shreveport is blending its established petroleum and agricultural economy with today's new and modern industry, and it's working. Discover the many other benefits of the city in the center of a vibrant industrial and commercial market, Shreveport.
It's halftime where Tulsa leads Oregon 17-10, and of course we also had a tremendous look at the University of Tulsa, a fine school that with over 4,100 students puts on an outstanding athletic program as well as fine academics. And right now, let's listen to the 260-member band from the University of Oregon under the direction of Stephen J. Paul. It's halftime at the Independence Bowl with Tulsa leading Oregon by the score of 17-10. And we'll be back with more halftime activities after this message from your local station.
Push it, click it, press it, flick it, tune it in, turn it on. This is what you watch it on. Any way you work it, integrate your circuit at the city. Circuit City.
Come to the place you welcome. Technology with a heart. Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
At Circuit City, we get higher customer satisfaction ratings than any other specialty home electronics and appliance chain.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
Motorsports Custom Auto Detailing in Mountain View will make your car showroom new again, but don't confuse real auto detailing with a simple inside-outside wash. Look, Motorsports Custom Auto Detailing in Mountain View will do all this, everything, for the incredibly low price of only $119. Mention TB36 will clean your engine free, a $32.95 savings on top of the low price. Protect the resale value of your car. Take it to Motorsports Custom Auto Detailing on El Camino in Mountain View, 1 block north of San Antonio. Call 415-948-2900.
What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours.
C&R Express Tailoring. Pick out your clothes today, pick them up tomorrow.
What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you.
Express Tailoring, exclusively at C&R.
It's time to blow them out. The Chrysler Factory is authorized Century, Northern California's #1 volume dealer, to lead the West with the biggest discounts of the year, $3,000. The 90s are pouring in. We have to make room. Blowout savings on 89 Voyagers, New Yorkers, Acclaims. You'll pay less than Century on many with 2% over-invoice super blowout discounts and rebates to $2,000. 2% over-invoice rebates to $2,000. Discounts to $3,000. 89 blowout savings at Century Chrysler Plymouth in San Jose.
The Golden Hurricane from Tulsa 17, the Oregon Ducks 10. I'm Steve Grad with Ed Biles here at the Independence Bowl game at halftime. The bands are about to shift. They'll go from the Oregon band to the Tulsa band. We've seen some tremendous football here in the first half, and we have some tremendous football throughout the year. The Independent Insurance Agents of America are proud to have a senior All-America team, and here's Bruce Beck to tell you all about it.
Welcome to the 1989 IIAA Senior All-America football team. It's brought to you by your Independent Insurance Agents of America and the many fine companies they represent. Right now, let's meet the defense. At linebacker, James Francis of Baylor University. He was a finalist for the Butkus Award and the Southwest Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Greg Mark of the University of Miami is a linebacker with awesome range. He recorded 15.5 sacks this year for the Sugar Bowl-bound Hurricanes. Quentin Riggins of Auburn has led the Tigers in tackles the past 2 seasons. This year, he was in on a mind-boggling 165 stops. Michigan State linebacker Percy Snow received 2 prestigious honors this year. The 6'2 senior was the recipient of the Butkus Award as the nation's best linebacker and captured the Vince Lombardi Award, significant of America's top collegiate linemen. On the defensive line is Bill Goldberg of Georgia. The 266-pounder anchored a stubborn defense. It's no secret Florida State was tough on D, and it's no surprise that Odell Haggins was the architect. A former linebacker, he possesses great quickness for the Seminoles' defensive front. Haggins had 100 tackles this season. 6'5" Tim Ryan of USC was a 5-time Junior Olympic boxing champion. Now he's one of the nation's best linemen. His 19 sacks established a new school record. The defensive backfield is topped by Harlan Barnett of Michigan State, a bruising strong safety. John Mangum of Alabama tied a school record with 16 interceptions in his career. Ben Smith of Georgia combined speed and smarts to post 10 interceptions and 95 total tackles. Chris Oldham of Oregon, a 5'9" senior from Sacramento, is another outstanding defensive back. And the punter of this year's All-America club is Kirk Maggio of UCLA.
Your home is filled with possessions, including the most treasured possession of all, your family. Something your independent insurance agent never forgets. Independent agents represent several companies, not just one, so they can offer you the right insurance at the right price. Whether it's homeowners and car insurance to protect the things that can be replaced, or health and life insurance to protect the things that can't be. Look for this symbol of your independent agent in the yellow pages.
So you've met the defense. Now let's take a look at our highly talented group, which makes up the All-America offense. At center, Frank Cornish of UCLA, the strongest offensive lineman in Bruin history. At one guard spot, Pat Crowley of North Carolina, 6'3", 288 pounds. At the other guard position, Eric Still of Tennessee, who sparked the Volunteers to a school record 413 yards per game. The tackles include Jim Mabry of Arkansas, a workaholic known for his consistency. And Mike Pfeiffer of Kentucky, at 6'7", 305 pounds, he was the biggest lineman Jerry Claiborne ever coached. Our All-America tight end is Mike Bush of Iowa State, who combined blocking ability with big play potential. Terrence Mathis of New Mexico is a dangerous threat at wide receiver. He holds 4 NCAA records, including 263 career receptions. The other wideout, Clarkston Hines of Duke, turned the end zone into his own personal playground. He shattered the NCAA record for touchdown catches with 38. In the backfield is Blair Thomas of Penn State. The gutty senior returned from reconstructive knee surgery and gained 1,341 yards rushing. A.T. Anthony Thompson of Indiana completed a brilliant career in 1989. He finished second in the Heisman Trophy balloting and set a new standard for touchdowns in NCAA play with 65 tallies. Our All-America quarterback is Tony Rice of Notre Dame, who was the all-time leading rushing quarterback for the Irish. But the achievements he's most proud of, a 27-3 record as a starter and a national championship. And congratulations to our all-star kicker, David Feast of Tulsa, who connected on 20 of 23 field goals. So there they are, the best senior football players in America. Right now, let's go back to Shreveport, Louisiana, and meet 2 of these players who are also our honorary captains.
Thank you, Bruce. With me are the honorary co-captains for the Independent Insurance Agent Senior All-America team. Cornerback and punt returner Chris Oldham from the Oregon Ducks and place kicker David Feast from the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. David, congratulations on receiving this award.
Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to the Independent Insurance Agency, and I'd like to accept this award on behalf of my school and my city, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Well, I know they're very proud of you right now. And Chris, your reaction and congratulations.
I think it's a great honor for, for everybody, just from blessing me and him. And I'd like to accept this award on behalf of the University of Oregon to the Independent Insurance Agency. Thank you.
All right, Chris Oldham and David Feast are 2 co-captains for the Independent Insurance Agents Senior All-American team. There you see a great shot on the field of the combined Arklatex high school bands, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas, and they are around the Harlem Globetrotters, who are the recipients of the Omar Bradley Spirit of Independence Award.
The Independence Bowl think that few, if any, purposeful groups better exemplify the American spirit of independence, and we're thrilled this year to have the Harlem Globetrotters as our recipient. To help us present the award is a former recipient of the award, Coach Eddie Robinson of Grambling State University. I'd like to ask Coach Rob if he would help present the award to Mr. Anzadino.
Globetrotters.
Thank you.
Joanne Zavino, the general manager of the Globetrotters, holding on to the bust of Omar Bradley. There you see Curly Neal of the Globetrotters along with all his teammates. And John Frazier, the director of the bowl, made the announcement.
Mr. Anzavino.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harlem Globetrotters and the Independence Bowl sounds to me like a perfect marriage. We've been very proud over 64 years to carry the red, white, and blue colors in 111 countries in this great world of ours. But we're not through. We have a lot more to cover and a lot more countries to play in. But these Harlem Globetrotters that are with me tonight, we're proud of them, and there are many others who have gone before them, who have helped spread the goodwill and the laughter of entertaining the world with a basketball. We're proud to be selected. The General Omar Bradley Independent Spirit of Independence Award will be cherished by us. It'll be displayed with honor and pride in our Hollywood, California offices. It's a delight and a pleasure to be here, and we want to thank you very much for your kind hospitality. Thank you.
So the Globetrotters join many, many other distinguished Americans who have received the Spirit of Independence Award, including former President Reagan, John Wayne, Eddie Robinson, just to name a few. It's at halftime of the Independence Bowl, where Tulsa leads Oregon 17-10, and will return to Shreveport, Louisiana, after this word from your local station.
It's time to blow them out. The Chrysler factory is authorized Century, Northern California's #1 volume dealer, to lead the West with the biggest discounts of the year, $3,000. The 90s are pouring in. We have to make room. Blowout savings on 89 Voyagers, New Yorkers, or claims. You'll pay less than Century on many with 2% over-invoice super blowout discounts and rebates to $2,000. 2% over-invoice, rebates to $2,000, discounts to $3,000. 89 blowout savings at Century Chrysler Plymouth in San Jose.
Well, the situation is getting pretty grim up here at the pole. With the bedroom's big Christmas sale, all people want are water beds. Water beds.
Kids' waterbeds are just $119. Satin sheet sets only $29.99. Also save on Geneva and 4-poster beds with no money down, no payments, and no interest until March. The Christmas sale at the bedroom.
Evening, Mr. C. Not in the mood for small talk, eh?
It's Christmas at the Good Guys. From Pentax, this 35mm autofocus camera with built-in flash is just $298. From Fisher, this complete portable sound system features a CD player and detachable speakers, only $298. Acclaimed double-player wireless remote control for Nintendo, $39. We're the Good Guys. We gotta be good.
The Men's Wearhouse spotlights a world-famous designer.
You'll immediately recognize his label, as well as his suit's superb cut and fabric. When we bought this suit at the Emporium, it cost $440. At the Men's Wearhouse, the same designer suit with the same label is only $335. The difference, $105. I guarantee it.
24 stores, including San Jose, San Rafael, Walnut Creek, Sunnyvale, Colma, Palo Alto, Fairfield, and Emeryville.
It's halftime of the Independence Bowl. Tulsa leading Oregon by the score of 17-10. And we'll have highlights of these exciting scores, and I do mean they were exciting, in just a few moments from now.
Oh, this is great.
You know, Oklahoma is also a very, very proud state in the United States, and the folks who are from the Sooner State are very proud of their home area, also especially the folks from Tulsa. And right now we have a special message from Oklahoma City, where the Honorable Governor Henry Bellman would like to address the fans watching the 1989 Independence Bowl game.
1989 has been a great year for Oklahoma, and 1990 promises to be really special. In a statewide celebration to last throughout the year, we're inviting everyone to visit our state and join in over 800 community festivals and special events that will highlight our rich cultural heritage. Oklahoma is an excellent example of how the blend of ideas and people can bring out the best in all of us. From Native American culture to the influence of immigrants from Europe, Africa, Asia, South America, Mexico, and Canada, Oklahoma is a showcase complete with the proper mix of that national favorite, the American cowboy. In Oklahoma, you will find the finest museums, the country's newest and best racetrack, rodeos, powwows, more shoreline than the East and Gulf Coast combined, and well-equipped state parks ready for millions of visitors. On behalf of Oklahoma's over 3 million warm and friendly people, I invite you to come to Oklahoma and be a part of Oklahoma's Homecoming 90 celebration.
It's 17-10 our score in favor of Tulsa over Oregon. The Tulsa band performed the pregame, but right now the Bowl Games of America, division of Heritage Festivals USA, with top high school bands from the Arklatex, including Sam Houston High School of Arlington, Madisonville High School, Leonard High School, and then the Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi drill teams from Seguin and Gainesville, Texas. Also Central Junior High from Louisiana, and the Williamson Christian Academy from Mississippi. They're all out there joined by the Oregon band and putting on an outstanding halftime show. And certainly, as the rule of all bowl game telecast goes, the minute you introduce and talk about the band, they march off the field. But this gives us an excellent opportunity to tell you that this game is being brought to you by the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department, who invites you to discover Oklahoma for your next vacation. We're at halftime at the Independence Bowl, where Tulsa leads Oregon 17-10. We'll be back with some statistics and some highlights right after this.
Stetson Cologne, the great masculine scent that's easy to wear and hard for a woman to resist. Stetson fits. Armatron, America's watch for superb quality, design, and value. Incredibly priced, tough, rugged, all sport. Armatron, the hottest fashion look for your wrist.
I'd rather switch than itch. So I switched to Tegrin medicated shampoo. It controls all major causes of itching and flaking. Wouldn't you rather switch than itch?
Hey, who's that with Joey? That's his sister, Laura. She a college senior? No, she's gonna be a freshman. You're kidding me. She joined the military. She went all over the world, learned all kinds of new stuff, and now they're paying her way through college with the GI Bill. GI Bill? That's enough to make you want to sign up. I did. Did what? I signed up, and so did Joey.
Opportunity is waiting for you.
Part-time or full-time?
With the GI Bill.
You have heartburn with headache, right? Yeah. Oh, boy, that's great. I have the perfect remedy. It's fast and nothing's more effective. Alka-Seltzer. New advanced formula Alka-Seltzer.
Nah, I can't take Alka-Seltzer.
This one's easy to take. It has 75% less sodium, a fresh lemony taste, and you can take it with just a little water. How was it?
Great, but it's not Alka-Seltzer.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It is.
No,
Yes.
it isn't.
Don't
No,
you feel better?
Yes, but it's not Alka-Seltzer.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
New advanced formula. Believe it or not, it's Alka-Seltzer.
No, it isn't.
Norman, what's that?
Nothing, honey.
That's a simple question.
Norman, are you eating something?
It's nothing, honey.
He lies like a dog.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey Crunch. Crisp golden flakes glazed with sweet honey and real roasted peanuts.
Irene, what's that you're playing?
Nothing, honey. Two can play this little game.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey Crunch.
The bands have cleared the field at 17-10. Tulsa leading Oregon at halftime here at the Independence Bowl game. We have some interesting first-half statistics, as Ed Biles is all set to tell you.
Well, stats are kind of deceiving sometimes when you take a look at them, but these stats really give a true indication of about what this football game has been. You take a look at Tulsa. They've run the ball for 47 yards. Oregon run the ball for 62 yards. Passing, of course, Tulsa only 144 yards. Oregon 181 yards, 243 yards total offense, 7 first downs apiece, 3 turnovers apiece. But the one turnover that doesn't show up there is the blocked punt. That's the difference in the ball game. If 10-10, block a punt, they get a touchdown off of. That stat doesn't